Absolutely. And Asim Munir, at the end of the day, as I was telling Colonel Dev, he has become more powerful, and at the same time, he's handling diplomatic relations of Pakistan. He's on the front foot when it comes to the diplomacy that Pakistan is invoking with the West. And Shehbaz Sharif is pretty much in the background. The person calling the shots is Asim Munir. But Colonel Dev, talking about Operation Sindoor, talking about India's action below the nuclear threshold, has India been able to carve out a space for its own military responses, even if the West kind of turns a blind eye to what is happening inside Pakistan?
India's national interests are not governed by, a very focused alert or a blind eye of the West anymore. And it's not going to get, coaxed or cajoled into any point where our own interests are at stake. So right from the zero tolerance policy, even after this incident and attacking during Op Sindoor, the NIA has been very, very active in terms of discerning the sleeper cells, the funding modus operandi of the internal enemies as well. And I think the cyber domain and the focus from our side with our friends across the world, no names, yes, you can take a few names like Israel and Russia, but many more are there, who have shared a lot of intelligence going ahead. And it's not easy. I know when the crypto part came into this domain of crowdfunding, if you remember, that was the time when even Jared Kushner and others were, quite happy with Pakistan and things like that. But it's very difficult to encash that because the financial institutions are not going to go by any rogue mandate of Pakistan or the whims and fancies of maybe one or two families in the Western Hemisphere. It's not going to happen. So all these institutions are today, as we speak, being coaxed with a lot of facts and evidences. And India is playing its part very, very geopolitically and in a very, very sort of behind the scenes strategic manner to get these exposures done. And I think that has been our forte for at least the last decade plus, because in this last decade plus, we have been trying to ensure that the GCC countries don't, illegally fund too much of Pakistan's terror capabilities. As also the US should not fund beyond a point of, maintaining the F-16s is one point, but giving it a separate kind of an arsenal and money is a separate point. So that's been an ongoing, sort of a parlay between us and the other supporters as well of Pakistan. And given Munir came because he could handle that time the crisis which Imran Khan was creating. It's an internal problem. Munir or no Munir has got no impact on India's decision making today. Shehbaz Sharif is a nobody. And I must tell you through your channel that, the wars initiated by India are our decision. And at what threshold we stop, where are the red lines and the escalatory matrix, we have all seen that. And I've been a soldier myself, and I've been saying this in the army for the last 3 years, that this nuclear bogey and Pakistan's capabilities, actually we should have called it out in 1980s. We are a little too late, but I'm happy it's happening. And that is as much as Pakistan can do.
Right.
Time is very ripe with Balochistan rise and everything else happening for us to feed the mechanism to cause a paralysis in Pakistan further. That should be our aim, and that aim does not cost much money. They used to send $10 terrorists across to our side. We can use the same money to do whatever we want to in Pakistan if we want to do that. And I think that's the way to look at it. And let's not be too, politically correct about it. Let's understand what the enemy
I think that era has also gone, that we are politically
hit.
correct about Pakistan. I think that Aman Ki Asha era has completely disappeared now. But General,